Ladies and gentlemen, we have another episode of the League of Pokemon! For those of you who are new to my channel, League of Pokemon is basically where I take a team based around League of Legends, whether it be like just basically anything in League of Legends pretty much, and go to battle with it. And most of the time my opponents seem to also have, I guess, League Pokemon teams, so it works out. I mean, yeah. So, this is actually the second battle of this. The first battle was actually exceptionally close, and my opponent was probably going to win, which would have been kind of interesting, as it probably would have been the first League of Pokemon loss, or something like that. But unfortunately disconnected. We're going to have to see how this battle goes. I don't want to spoil anything in this battle. But, you know, we'll go ahead and see how it goes. So basically we had to do different leads. I'm going to lead off with my Rapidash, as he leads off with his Haunter, Hecarim, Nocturne. You kind of get the reference going on there. He's going to bring out Malphite, which is his Regirock, and I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz first turn. Almost kind of predicted the switch and went for the low kick instead, which would have done a nice chunk of damage to Regirock, but whatever. I'm going to switch to my Murkrow, named Beatrice, because Beatrice is Swain's Crow. Just had to explain that because not everybody knows what Swain's Crow's name is, and therefore, you know, people might be like, hey, this isn't a League of Legends champion or anything. Well, basically, I was going to try and Perish Trap him. I knew I could live one Stone Edge, as long as, you know, it didn't crit or anything, so I figured I could try and Perish Trap him, but, you know, it's not going to work. Probably should have used the Mean Look first, but I figured, he might try and stay in, whatever. He is going to switch to Lux, however, so why not? And, yeah, going to switch to Maokai. He has Hidden Power Ice. I didn't see the Hidden Power Ice the last match, so I thought I was making a fairly decent switch, but unfortunately I am going to take some damage. So, that's unfortunate. Gonna have to bring in my Rapidash as it can threaten out the Plusle because, you know, I'm a bit faster, just kind of saying. So, yeah, gonna go Flare Blitz, and look at this Anivia, which is his Articuno, barely lived. Like, what is that? What is that? That happened last match too, only it was Pikachu versus Anivia, which is, okay, apparently this Articuno just wants to live whatever hits it can. So he is, I believe, going to switch out here, and I'm going to just continue to go for the Flare Blitz in case he wanted to leave this thing in as Death Fodder and get something else in safely. So the first blood has not happened yet, which is pretty interesting considering we're already pretty far into the match. I mean, we're like a good, yeah, two minutes, almost, yeah, probably actually just 2 minutes into the match, which is pretty interesting that nothing has died yet. So I'm going to bring in my Golurk, as I'm fairly certain he probably doesn't have anything to touch me, and I'm hoping I'm correct in that. And therefore I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. And here I thought about switching out because I figured Sucker Punch would actually happen, but I was like, I don't know if I want to. So I decided to leave in my Ancient Golem to unfortunately die. But he is going to switch out because he's trapped into Sucker Punch, and I decided to bring in my Anivia because I decided to set up a substitute as long as he can't touch me, because I'm pretty sure that Raticate is Choice Banded. And also, the reason my Pokemon are different color sprites is because of the fact that I'm using my texture sprite hack, so, you know, that's why they look a little bit different than they would normally. And all his Pokemon are shiny by mistake, otherwise some of his Pokemon would also be texture hack changed. But oh well, doesn't matter. He is going to bring in his Nocturne. Lux dies because, you know, Lux can take out my sub, but it's still going to die to an Ice Beam. And Nocturne's going to die to an Ice Beam as well. So, double kill right there, I guess. You know, that works. We like double kills. Should we go for the triple kill? Let's hope for the triple kill. Let's hope the triple kill happens. Let's go for the Ice Beam. See what happens. Maybe I'll get the triple kill. Maybe I won't. He's going to go for Drain Punch, though, as that kind of is disappointing because that means, you know, I have lost my Anivia. So now both Anivias are down on each side, each team. And, by the way, I'm blue team, he's purple team. Just thought I'd add that in. So, I'm going to go for the Grass Knot, as that works. I actually made a misgen with the Pikachu, which wasn't a big misgen, because it's not going to ruin anything. It's just, I have Volt Tackle and Wild Charge, which was a misgen. Unfortunately, but whatever. You know, I mean, look at Pikachu is semi-underrated / overrated in the NU metagame. I mean, look, that's a max HP Muck. Like, I'm sure it's max HP and max special defense, otherwise the Muck would have taken it a lot better, but that's a max HP. And it did that much damage. That's a little overpowered. I'm just saying, Pikachu is kind of underrated in the NU metagame. But, oh well. Going to unfortunately lose my Pikachu because of Double Edge, but since he locked himself in Double Edge, I can easily bring in my Rapidash and finish out the match with a nice little Flare Blitz. Nice, cool animation to finish out the match right there. So yeah, he could also lock himself into Sucker Punch, but it was still the issue of I had Murkrow still alive, so I could have Perish Trapped him. Well, not really Perish Trap because it would have been his last Pokemon, but I could have just Perish Stalled and waited out the turn. But hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go check out his channel, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.